Okay, once again, good evening. Welcome to Alpha That's Training Hub, and we are starting right away. And last week we considered, or the last class rather, we looked at the overview of Power BI, the functionality of the platform, and then we were also able to carry out certain activities such as connecting to different data source. We were able to clean the data sets. We were able to pivot the same data set. We were able to remove header, replace, use the first row as the first header, remove some column, and we are able to do filling as well. We also transpose our table in our last class. So today, let's look at what we hope to cover today. Today, the module basically is on data transformation and modeling. So we'll look at how to split column, just like we did on Excel yesterday, where we splitted the column, the name column, all right, into different feeds. All right, so we'll look at that today in Power BI. We also look at margin queries. We'll not touch on pivoting data again because you've done that last week. So we'll split and then we merge queries. That is the essence of the second data set we are uploading. And then having done that, we'll also now build a model, that is model the two data sets together, and see if we can carry out DAX function, that is data analysis expression, if we can do that. So that is what we are going to cover today, hopefully. So let us start now. Okay, so we go to home. Under home, I'll click on get data. I'll click on get data. I said in our last class, to make your work easy, you can create a folder on your desktop and you put your data set inside so that accessing your data set will not be an issue. Okay, so the data set I want to upload, the first one is a CSV file. So I'll look for CSV and click on it. So I've clicked on CSV file. Now I will go to my desktop. That is where I have the Power BI folder, and then I've seen says data sample. That is the name of the file. I'll click on open. So it's loading. I'm waiting for it to load now. I'm waiting for it to load. Mr. Mutu, can you hear me? So I've clicked on transform data. I'm waiting for it to load. It's still loading. Now I said we are splitting this column order date, okay, using
Yes.
delimiter. So, and I said you come to, let me go back. You come to this under your home, come to split column, click on the drop down. You see by delimiter, click on it. So once you click on it, a dialog box will appear. A dialog box will appear, and then they will now be asking you, okay, how do you, is it each occurrence of the delimiter, okay, it's asking, is it, how do you want to split it? Is it by because delimiter we are doing space, okay, look at the custom. We have column, we have comma, we have equal sign. These are different delimiters that you can use. We have space, so we are using space. Okay, what did I say we are using,
Okay.
please?
Space.
Okay, So we are using space. So you under that course, you click on the drop down, you see space, click on it. Now you see split at most delimiter, leftmost. When we say leftmost, that is move the left to the other side. Okay, we have rightmost delimiter. We have each occurrence of the delimiter. Now let me scroll. Each occurrence at every interval of space that you should split. That is what it meant. Now under advanced you will see it is saying that do you want to split by row or you want to split by column? So what we are splitting, we want to split into column. We don't want to split it into a row. We want to split it into column. So by default is on the column. So we'll leave that. Then say number of column to split into. I'll change this to 2. Okay. Then let's use rightmost delimiter. Rightmost delimiter. So let me click on OK. Let's see what we have. Bravo. Okay, you see, now we have AM. This is what I'm saying. We have AM, we have PM. So I have to, I'm not satisfied with this. I will cancel from this change type 1. I'll cancel it.
Okay.
So let me scroll. Let me split column by delimiter. Let me cancel this too. Okay, so let me see what we have here. Let me expand this and see. Okay, uh, this is the date, the month, and the time. Okay, so let's go again. Split by column. Then we have by delimiter, we have by position, we have by lowercase. You can decide to split by characters too, okay? You can decide to split by
Okay.
position. Okay, like you just count the number, the position where that thing is, you count it. And once you say by position, it will split. If you are using by low upper, that is capital letter and small letter, or lowercase, that's what we call lowercase and uppercase, okay? It will check, okay, where do we have uppercase here? From there, it will split, okay? So we have them all here. So, but for now, I'm using delimiter, that is space, okay? All right, let me follow the three custom. Let's go to custom, then click on space, okay? Let's use leftmost. Okay, and leftmost, there's nothing there. But let's check rightmost. Leftmost. Okay. Okay, let's split now. Let me click on OK and observe. Okay, we have AM. I'm not. Let me see. Go ahead and split. That column is selected. I'll still split by delimiter. Let's still use advanced. We are splitting into columns. Okay. Okay. So we have the this one here now. 12 p.m. Okay. Are you seeing what I'm doing?
Yes.
Okay. I still want to work on that same column. I still want to work on it. Okay. Let's see go. Let's still see what we can do from that same column. I mean, let's check transfer. If there's something we can do to streamline it, to streamline it to a particular uh, value. All right, extract. I'm in transform now. Can you see what I'm doing? I
Yes.
went to transform. So under text column, I went to extract. So I want to do text before delimiter. Text before delimiter. Okay, do you see my screen?
Yes, I'm able to see your screen.
Yes, what I did was I used extract to remove the timing that was there. So now we are only left with the year. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so we have year. So I use extract to remove the time in here and leave only the dates. Now, the second place here, we have just the time. So this one that is showing AM, I want to remove this column. So to do that, I'll just right click and I'll click on remove.
Okay.
Okay, I've removed that column. Now, I want to rename this. I want to rename this to time. Then this one to just other dates. Other dates. Then let's check the data type for this. It's showing text. So let's change it to just date. Okay, see what I did? It was showing text. So I now change the data type to date. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. This one is the data type here is okay. It's already in time, so there's no need to change the data type. The data type because you have to check the data type of your feed to be sure that they are in order. So what we have done now is we have done split, we have done extraction, okay, using the limiter. So let's see if you are satisfied with this. If you are satisfied with this data set, we can then upload it. We can load it to apply and save. Okay, to our report view. So let's do that now. So we'll go back to our home. Okay, we'll click on close and apply. Close and apply. So we are waiting for it to load now. Okay, yes, it's loading. I guess I can share my other screen now. Okay, still loading. Still loading. So after this, I want to then add the other data sets. Are we together?
Yeah. I'm not seeing your
Eh,
screen. Okay, it's coming now.
yes, I know the other Power Query. Since I closed it, it will not show again. So I have to reshare. That is why I have to reshare this other screen because it is two different interfaces. That is why. Is that okay, please?
Okay.
Mm. So now let's upload
Yes.
another data set. Another data set. That is where we are going to perform the query. So I'll go to my get data in our home. Then I'll click on Excel workbook because this other file is on Excel workbook, that is XLS. And I save the file with profit. Then I'll click on open. So I'll wait for the file to load. As I said I want to perform match query. So now one thing with match query is this. It work with your relationship, the way you used to do relationship in your MySQL, your SQL language, query language, okay, where you look for the primary key or the foreign key, and then you're able to link them together because you will tell the machine, are you using left join, inner join, outer join, respectively. So that is the principle behind match query. A match query oftentimes when you do that, it comes into a new column. So you merge for two columns together and then you append for rows. Okay, please get these two things I'm saying. When you are merging, you merge for columns, but when you want to append, you append for rows. Do you understand? Okay,
Yes.
so I want to perform a merge now. So I will just transform this data. So we're waiting for it to load. See my screen?
Not yet.
Okay,
Okay, it's coming.
okay,
Okay, just come.
okay. So now, if in if you from this place, this environment, we are going to go to transform the transform group from this Power Query. We'll go to the transform group.
Okay.
So in the transform group, what we are looking for is merge query. So let's look for it. Merge query, merge query, merge query. I'm not seeing merge query yet. Let me come back to home. Okay, it's under home. Okay. Now under our home, you will see under after transform group, move to combine group. Is that okay? Where my cursor is.
Okay.
So you see what I told you, we have merge queries and then we have append
Yes.
queries. And I said
There
append
is.
queries is for rows and then merge queries is for columns. So we'll click on the merge query. We click on merge queries. If you want it to be as new, you see it. Okay, I want it to be in a new one. You want to be together, the same thing. So I clicked on the first one. Okay. So can you see my screen, please? Okay, this one is not showing yet. Now, once we click on match query, I wish you can see this. A dialog box just will appear when you click on it, and then you see sheet one asking you, okay, what do you want to do? Then we'll click on
Hmm.
what we want. But before then, we have to click on sheet two too, what we want to match. Sheet two, that is the first table, that is sample data, the sample data also. We click on that one first. Now we'll look for the column that is related to the other column. That you have two different tables now. Let me say this. Do you know we have two different data sets now?
You have two different data
Yes,
sets. Let me
one for
see.
profit. That is the second we just uploaded now, right?
One,
And
yeah,
then the first one.
and that one for the product code.
Yes. So now what we want to do is we'll look at
Okay.
the two data sets and look for the one that is present in this and present in the other table that is related, they are the same thing, okay? And then we'll select it.
Okay.
Yes, that's what we are going to do. So let me look at, for the first one we have product code. I've selected it. Then let's look at this other new the first table. We also have product code there. So we'll select product code there too. Okay. Because the first, once you go to match query, you click on the data set, you will see your first sheet will appear. Then you will go and click on the drop down so that the second table will appear too. Okay. And then you now
Okay.
select the column that is the same thing with the other one. That is the key value, okay, that you can find in this table and you can find in the other table. Okay, so for these two data sets, what is unique to both table is product code. So I have selected it. Now the next thing they're asking me is, okay, what type of join do I want? Is it we have a left outer join, left outer join, we have right outer join, we have full outer join, we have inner join, we have left anti-row join or so, left anti, then rows only first, okay, right anti, rows only in second. All right, so I'm going to select left outer, all from the first matching the second, okay, all from the first in the first table that
Okay.
is matching the second one. That is what I'm selecting. Is that okay? Okay,
Yes.
so I'll then, once I've done that, if I've selected that, the next thing I will do, I'll click on OK. So I'm waiting for it to load now. Yes, it has loaded. You can see my screen, right?
I can
You
see
see
yes.
sample, says sample data sample, right? Says that data sample.
Yes.
Okay. Now you see it's showing
Yes.
you
I can see that.
table, table, table. So you can decide to expand it here. You see something like that. This is where my
Okay.
cursor is. You can expand it here. So you see it's showing you. Do you want to expand? Do you want to aggregate? Okay, so anyone you want, you will just check. Okay, I want this to be here too. I want this to be there. Okay, so let me
Okay.
check some things that I want to add to this place that I want to match here. Okay, let me just select. Let's assume we want price for each. We want okay, no, let's do it this way. I want price. I will not uncheck this. uh, I can, okay, let me leave quantity. Okay, then just price. You can see what I'm doing.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
seeing.
so I only want price for it. Then I'll click on OK. I'll wait for it to load. Then that is also, I can rename this to be price for each.
Okay.
Okay, so basically we have done what we call merge queries. I expect you now, by now you should be able to do merge query. Everything we are doing since is what we call data cleaning. We have just been cleaning our data sets. Okay, so we have
Okay.
done merge query, we have done extraction. Okay, so and we have combined the two. So let's move ahead. Let's load these two. Let's apply, close and apply now. Close and apply so that it can enter our environment. Then we can now look for, we can look for the, so let's, by the data sets are successfully loaded. We have six sample data. Then we have sheet one here. So the next thing I want us to do is to do data modeling. So let's click on this model view. This is a model view. Now,
Okay.
if you look at this model view, let's see if it has created a relationship for us. Okay, now it doesn't create a relationship. Okay, so but we'll just remove. Let me remove this table. We don't need this here because delete from model. Okay, that was the one I used for to show you what we are considering today that contains our course outline. So let me just remove it. so that it will not be here. Okay, all right. Okay, so we can then create our model now. Let me scroll, expand this. Okay, so if you look at this, we are going to link the product code. Product code. This is product code. You hold down your control key and select this. Still loading. Okay, so you see the dialog box has appeared, trying to tell me that okay, you want to create relationship. What type of relationship do you want to create? So it's showing many to many relationship by default. So I want to select that. No, don't give me many to many. Rather, it should be one to one. See if it will go. Okay, since we have, let's check here. Product code. Then this. Product code. This. Let's see. Okay, I'm still trying to form the relationship. I said when you join together, a dialog box will appear, okay? And then you'll be asked to
Yes.
select the relationship that exists. Hospital box. Okay, let's create now. I'm waiting for it to load.
Okay.
See my screen now. You can see the
Yes.
relationship.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see some
Yes,
lines.
that is what I just did is
Um,
relationship.
yes.
Okay. Now the way it works is we talk about primary key and foreign key. Okay, now a primary key is a type of key that uniquely identify a data set or identify a person. For instance, ID is a primary key, okay?
Yes.
Now, some key can exist, maybe as it's existing here, it can also exist in another table. But once it exists in another table, it is not existing as a primary key. It is existing as a foreign key because it's not uniquely identifying that table, but as a for reference purposes. Do you understand?
You said once.
It that
Once.
that same key that is a primary key now, if you now find it in another table, is
Uh huh.
referred to as foreign key.
Okay. If it's found in another tab in another
Yes.
table, it's
So
referred.
like look at this product key. We have product key here. Okay, is here. Now we also have product key here. So it's on
Uh
this
huh.
basis now we are creating the relationship because there's something that is connecting both of them together called product key. Okay,
Yes.
so that is how you create relationship because the assignment for this modeling is that you will go and look for three different data sets and model them together. So you must ensure that there's something that is connecting one table to the other. Do you get it? Once you have it done, you can now establish a relationship. Is that
Okay.
okay? All right.
Yes.
So we have done modeling now. We've done the match query, extractions, splits, respectively. Okay. So we'll be looking at a basic DAX, that is data analysis expression. Okay. So to do that, you can come to look at this. Can you see my cursor? We have new
Yes.
measure. We have
New measure, yeah.
quick measure. Now, for new measure,
Quick
that is
measure.
where you write your formula. Okay. But for quick measure suggests to you. Okay. So let me click on new measure.
Okay.
Let me click on new measure.
So you said new formula on the new
Yes.
measure, you
We
put the
have the
formula.
new measure now. I click on the new measure. You see here, it is blinking.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So let's see. I want to multiply quantity quantity by quantity by price. Quantity by price. Quantity by price. Let me scroll down and see where we have quantity here. Quantity, that is okay. This is address, line, city, country, order date. Then we have product code. We have quantity. Okay, this is quantity ordered. Okay. Then let me look scroll down to where we can get price.
And price is on the top.
Yes, I've seen it. Thank you. So let's go ahead
Okay.
and then do some things. I'm clicking on it now, still loading. Okay. So we have measure. The measure name. Let's just call it. You can put a name to it. Okay. Let's assume
Okay.
um, products. Let me just use products. If it will go slow now, it's not responding. It's slow. So I said we just enter the mesh sum and then sales. We want to know the sum of sales for each item. So let me quickly uh, edit this to total price. Total price. Now you see a tick box here that shows meaning commit.
Mm-hmm.
Click on it. It will effect on your measure. The name of that measure will then be changed to total price. Then I can close this now. So you can see it here. You can see total price here, right? So you see
Yes,
it's showing like
yes,
calculator because this is a measure that we created. We calculated something. Okay. Okay. So
yes.
that
Mm-hmm.
is why it's showing there. So you we use all this when we are doing your KPI or gauge. You want to take decision as an accountant. You must write your formula out, and then you now enter it. So these are operations that you perform on your data set. Okay, or you want to use it to give
Okay.
instruction to your data sets. Okay, these are we use DAX, although we still do more of it. This is just the basic aspect of this is the first thing you need to learn. Okay, now next class we'll go deeper into it. Is that okay? So let me then build a
Yes.
simple dashboard, just a simple chart with what we have. We have sales. I have 6. It's still loading. Then I want to move. I want to move. I want to move. Okay, it has shown. I want to show my country and use a map for it. I saw a place for country. Put that one here. I'll use a map for it. Once it finish loading, where is the map? Okay, this is map. Feed map. Still loading. I can expand it. I can expand it. So like this type of map is feed map. For instance, if I want to get things that are happening here, how many things there are, which country is patronizing this product well, I will just begin to put those things inside the map, and then you can see across, oh, is this country that is performing well? Is this country that is doing this? Let me look for something and put inside the country. Uh, Product code, product line, uh, price. Okay, let me put coming. If you're looking for an item to insert, okay, let me put customer name. The customer name will just show you the name of the people where they are where they are coming from in their country. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you can see the color. See the color, it has changed, right?
Yes.
You see different names. If I want to remove it, I can remove it and still put another one. Let me put another one. Um, Let me put another one and put. Let me add quantity per country that we used to get from them. Still loading. If you want to your map to work, make sure that you are connected to the internet. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise,
Okay.
you'll not be having issue that your map is not loading. It's not loading. So you've seen the quantity. They are the quantity is showing now. Quantity order by country. I'm not. It's not really. Let me uncheck it and see if there will be any difference. It's not different. So okay, let's put the states. Let's see the state here per state per country. States per country. Let's see. Where did I? Is it inside here? So, Mr. Moto, this is where we're going
Yes.
to stop today. So, if you have questions, let's attend to your questions now.
Okay. I'll ask for one thing. Maybe just be a bit patient with
Okay.
me. So I want to share my screen. I think the first file that which
So, we're going to stop here today. I want to go through the class again, check the group for the data set. But better still, you can check cargo. That was where we got our data set from. and search for sales data sets, then use it to practice. If you've not subscribed, please do well to subscribe. Thank you for listening.